December 2024 is loaded with some of the most exciting PC games we've seen all year. From gripping thrillers to jaw-dropping action, these new releases are here to keep your gaming schedule packed through the holidays. Before we start, hit the subscribe button and let's check out the hottest titles hitting your screens this month. Get to Work is a unique and humorous action-adventure game that blends elements from popular games like Only Up, Monkey Ball, and The Stanley Parable. It features a satirical, fully narrated story about navigating the challenges of modern capitalism. The gameplay revolves around a bald, penniless protagonist who uses rollerblades on both hands and feet to navigate treacherous obstacle courses, inspired by corporate environments. Players face a variety of challenges, such as massive gaps, ramps, and tricky jumps, while attempting to rise in a brutal, exaggerated version of the corporate world. One notable feature is a Give Up button, allowing players to surrender at any point, humorously reflecting the real-life struggles the game parodies. Antonblast is an action-packed platformer. The game features Dynamite Anton, an explosive demolitionist, and his quirky coworker Annie on a mission to recover Anton's stolen spirit collection from Satan himself. Equipped with a powerful mighty hammer, players traverse destructive environments, fight massive bosses, and solve unique puzzles. The gameplay revolves around setting detonators, finding spirits, and escaping explosive situations. With its vibrant retro art style and energetic soundtrack, Antonblast combines classic platforming elements with modern design. Fans of fast-paced, humor-filled action games will enjoy the chaotic and satisfying gameplay. Delta Force is an upcoming revival of the classic tactical military shooter series. The game will feature a variety of modes, including a PvP-vE extraction-style mode similar to Escape from Tarkov and large-scale PvP battles that support a vast number of players. A single-player campaign is also in development, although it won't be part of the early access version. Players can expect a significant expansion of content from the demo shown during Steam's Next Fest, including new maps, gameplay mechanics, vehicles, and weapons. The first season, titled Genesis, will debut with the early access launch, introducing fresh operators, battlegrounds, and gameplay features. While paid content such as battle passes and cosmetic items will be available, the developers have emphasized that the game will avoid pay-to-win mechanics. Marvel Rivals is a highly anticipated team-based multiplayer hero shooter. The game pits players against one another in 6v6 competitive battles, where teams of Marvel superheroes and villains fight for control of multiverse-themed maps. The gameplay features a mix of fast-paced action and strategic team compositions, inspired by the popular Overwatch formula, but with a distinctive Marvel twist. At launch, Marvel Rivals will feature a roster of 25 playable characters, including iconic Marvel figures. Each character comes with a unique set of abilities, both active and passive, which allows players to tailor their playstyle, whether they prefer brawling tanks, aggressive flankers, or defensive supports. The combination of these characters can also trigger powerful team-up skills, adding another layer of strategy and synergy. The game offers several dynamic battlefields, such as Tokyo 2099 and Yggdrasil, which are subject to change and destruction during the match, further influencing the flow of combat. Game modes like payload pushing and control point capture add variety to the experience. For those seeking competitive play, a ranked mode is also available. Deadside is a hardcore multiplayer survival game designed to deliver a gritty and realistic experience within a sprawling open-world setting. Players are immersed in a dangerous post-apocalyptic environment where survival hinges on balancing exploration, combat, and resource management. The game combines survival mechanics, such as crafting and base building, with tactical PvPvE combat against hostile NPCs and rival players. The world of Deadside is expansive, featuring diverse landscapes such as forests, abandoned towns, and industrial zones. Players navigate these areas to scavenge resources, participate in dynamic events like missions and supply drops, and engage in high-risk, high-reward combat. The realism extends to its weapons and mechanics, making every encounter intense and strategic. Building and defending bases adds another layer of depth, allowing players to create secure havens or targets for raids. The overall atmosphere is bleak and interesting, catering to fans of survival games that emphasize realism and challenge. Zort is a first-person survival horror game designed primarily for cooperative play. Set in dark and ominous environments, the game challenges players to escape from dangerous locations filled with traps and hostile creatures that relentlessly hunt them. The game excels in its cooperative mode, allowing up to 4 players to team up online. Players must communicate and coordinate their efforts to overcome the threats that lie in their path. To add immersion, Zort includes a unique voice chat feature with sound filters that adjust based on the atmospheric conditions of each map. Additionally, random mini-games and challenges keep the gameplay dynamic and unpredictable. In Zort, mental health is a critical element, adding tension to the experience as players must not only worry about physical survival but also manage their psychological well-being. Each monster has distinct behaviors, forcing players to adapt their strategies. The game offers both single-player and multiplayer experiences, with the latter being highly recommended to fully enjoy the game's cooperative features. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is an upcoming action-adventure game launching on December 9, 2024. Players step into the iconic role of Indiana Jones, embarking on a globe-trotting adventure to unravel the mystery of the Great Circle. The game features a mix of open-world exploration and linear action, with set-piece moments akin to the classic Indiana Jones films. Set in a variety of iconic locations, including military outposts and ancient tombs, the game incorporates stealth and creative combat, allowing players to use their surroundings to their advantage. Indiana will rely on his trademark whip, revolver, and intelligence to outsmart enemies and solve puzzles while avoiding deadly traps. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered, is a highly anticipated remastering of the classic action-adventure games Soul Reaver and Soul Reaver 2, scheduled for release on December 10, 2024. This collection preserves the iconic gameplay that captivated fans in the late 90s while introducing modern upgrades. The remastered versions retain the original's compelling narrative, which follows Raziel, a vengeful wraith, as he seeks revenge against his former master, Kain. The remaster includes improved visuals, such as enhanced cutscenes, glowing eyes for Raziel, and real-time shadows. Notably, the game includes a graphics toggle, allowing players to switch between the remastered and classic art styles on the fly. Voin is an action RPG game. It combines first-person, hack-and-slash combat with elements of dark fantasy. Players take on the role of an elemental servant created by a powerful mage to help cleanse the world of a devastating plague. The game features fast-paced, reaction-based combat, where players can execute devastating combos and powerful attacks while dodging enemies in stylish ways. The world of Voin is filled with dangerous realms, mysterious locations, and massive battles, with players battling hordes of enemies and powerful bosses that require strategic thinking to defeat. Throughout the game, players collect loot and powerful equipment, which they can use to enhance their abilities. Astrometica is an upcoming space exploration and survival game. Set in the vastness of space, the game combines resource gathering, base building, and crafting, reminiscent of titles like Subnautica. The story unfolds after a catastrophic explosion at a mining space station, which leaves you stranded in a rescue capsule drifting through the galaxy. As the sole survivor, your mission is to explore the universe, gather resources, and uncover the mysteries surrounding other survivors. Players will construct and upgrade modular bases, create tools for mining and crafting, and use advanced scanning technology to analyze objects, facilities, and wrecks to unlock new technologies. A key part of the gameplay involves managing your character's survival, such as oxygen, hunger, and thirst, while utilizing solar energy and building vehicles to explore new locations. With the freedom to design and enhance your base, including building powerful tools like drills, lasers, and jetpacks, Astrometica offers a dynamic space exploration experience. MiSide is an upcoming psychological thriller blending life simulation, dating sim elements, and creepy adventure gameplay. The game presents an intriguing scenario where the protagonist, a young man, finds himself trapped in a virtual world. He initially interacts with Mita, a virtual girl from a mobile game, but things quickly take a dark turn as the virtual reality becomes a twisted prison. Mita's obsession with keeping him by her side leads to a series of increasingly bizarre and unsettling events, turning the narrative into a psychological nightmare. The gameplay shifts from a bird's-eye view when the protagonist interacts with Mita on his mobile screen to a first-person perspective once he enters her digital world. Players can engage in daily activities like cooking, taking selfies, and even playing minigames. Over time, these tasks become more complex, immersing the player further into the unnerving atmosphere. The game features an anime-inspired graphic style that contrasts sharply with the dark, tense story, as well as a warm, ambient soundtrack that transitions into more atmospheric sounds as the tension builds. Fairy Tail 2, the sequel to the 2020 Fairy Tail RPG, is set to release worldwide in December 2024. This new installment brings players back into the magical world of Fairy Tail, where they will experience the climactic Alvarez Empire arc from the original manga and anime. Players can assume the roles of beloved characters like Natsu, Lucy, and others from the Fairy Tail Guild, engaging in epic battles against formidable foes such as Emperor Spriggan and the Spriggan 12. The game offers redesigned real-time combat with more flashy and impactful magic battles, allowing for strategic gameplay with mode change mechanics and magic power-ups. The world of Fairy Tail is brought to life with beautiful 3D graphics, and players can explore the kingdom of Fiore seamlessly, without loading interruptions. The story will also feature exclusive content, including an original epilogue titled Key to the Unknown, where players can dive deeper into the lives of their favorite characters. Kletka is an upcoming cooperative survival horror. Set in a dystopian world, it plunges players into the depths of a dangerous gigastructure, where they are tasked with navigating an ominous elevator that feeds on its passengers. The primary challenge is to keep the elevator alive by feeding it a combination of fuel and flesh, creating a high-stakes atmosphere where cooperation and betrayal are key to survival. Players can form teams of up to 4 to descend through increasingly perilous floors. The game thrives on its cooperative gameplay mechanics, where each player must contribute in different ways to keep the elevator alive. However, friendships can quickly become strained as the elevator becomes hungrier, and survival may require sacrificing teammates. Players can expect a brutal, engaging experience with elements similar to other cooperative horror games, such as Lethal Company, but with the added unique feature of the ever-hungry elevator. Pantheon: Rise of the Fallen is an upcoming MMORPG that focuses on bringing a more challenging, old-school style of gameplay to the genre. Set in the world of Terminus, this game offers a rich and gripping fantasy setting, featuring a variety of races and classes. Players will experience a deep, class-based combat system where every action matters and where death has real consequences, such as dropping possessions and losing experience points. Pantheon emphasizes group dynamics, with many areas designed to be difficult to navigate alone. Teamwork is essential to survive and progress in this world. It also features a dynamic and detailed world, including climbing mechanics, environmental acclimation systems, and a fully implemented crafting system. The game is currently in early access, and developers plan to continue adding content and features based on community feedback. As of now, several races, classes, and zones are available, alongside dungeons, rare enemies, and secrets to uncover. Future updates are expected to include new systems like a full perception system, mount taming, and more expansive crafting. Ripple in Dirac Sea is a unique and highly detailed action RPG that blends elements of Norse mythology with quantum physics, specifically the concept of the Dirac Sea. This game is inspired by the 1968 Hugo Award-winning novel Lord of Light and offers a world rich with mystical lore and profound scientific concepts. Set in a universe where negative energy particles from the quantum vacuum create a mysterious backdrop, players dive into third-person combat, battling formidable enemies like mythological beasts, Viking warriors, and Valkyries. Each match features random spawn points, challenging bosses, and clues that lead players to powerful mini-bosses and extraction points. As players engage in these dangerous, fast-paced combat scenarios, they must collect loot, form strategic team plays, and work toward escaping the hostile world with valuable treasures. The Cabin Factory is an indie psychological horror game. In this immersive, atmospheric experience, players take on the role of a cabin inspector tasked with determining whether various cabins are haunted. Set within an eerie industrial backdrop, the game introduces unsettling elements like moving objects, strange sounds, and eerie reflections in mirrors, creating an intense sense of paranoia. The gameplay revolves around inspecting cabins within a factory setting, with players needing to assess whether each one is safe or haunted. The tension builds through both environmental details and the anticipation of unexpected supernatural occurrences. Neko Odyssey is an upcoming casual adventure game aimed at cat lovers. This charming game blends pixel art and a 3D world, evoking a delightful atmosphere reminiscent of Japanese animation. The core gameplay focuses on taking photos of cats around the town, which you upload to a fictional social media platform. In addition to photographing these adorable felines, you must build relationships with some cats to capture their perfect pose. The more interaction you have, the more opportunities arise for unique photo ops. As you photograph, you'll uncover secrets and unravel the mysteries of the town through clues embedded in the cat pictures. Neko Odyssey features a mix of cute, relaxing gameplay alongside an intriguing narrative that invites players to explore and unravel mysteries. Fountains is an indie action-adventure game set in an interconnected world where players must master combat and unravel the mysteries of ancient, supernatural forces. The game's visuals and mechanics are inspired by titles like Hyper Light Drifter, combining high-speed action with intricate exploration. The gameplay focuses on fast-paced combat and uncovering secrets in a world that feels both expansive and densely packed with hidden lore. In Fountains, players take on the role of a protagonist, navigating a mysterious world full of powerful bosses and enigmatic environments. The game features fluid combat mechanics, a world map system, and dynamic changes in gameplay with updates that include new areas, music, and even secret content. One of the standout features is the game's emphasis on skill-based combat, requiring players to refine their combat tactics and solve environmental puzzles to progress. Crude is an upcoming indie action platformer. The game blends the difficulty of Souls-like combat with the exploration of Metroidvania and dark fantasy elements. Players take on the role of Cosmos, a New York MMA fighter who is mysteriously transported to a harsh, fantastical world. To return home, Cosmos must navigate this brutal environment, battling colossal enemies, completing quests, and gathering powerful weapons and magic. Set in an open world with platforming mechanics, Crude challenges players with a partially destructible environment and numerous special quests. It also features various magic spells and combat-focused gameplay. The game stands out for its unique visual style. Liminal Shift is an atmospheric, suspense-driven game currently in early access, utilizing Unreal Engine 5's advanced technologies like Lumen and Nanite to create an immersive and unsettling experience. The game is designed to evoke feelings of eerie disquiet as players navigate a world filled with shifting realities and uncanny environments. It's a narrative-driven adventure where each step pushes you deeper into a world that feels both familiar and unnervingly alien. In its current early access state, the game offers players the opportunity to experience chapters 2 and 3. The development team is highly engaged with the community, actively encouraging feedback via Steam and Discord to refine the game and enhance the overall experience. As such, Liminal Shift invites players to be part of its ongoing development journey, making their opinions crucial in shaping its evolution. On Air is a first-person survival horror game set in a mysterious and eerie environment. The game kicks off with Ray meeting an informant who holds crucial information about missing employees of the anchor company, which has recently gained attention for its technological achievements. As Ray explores the hotel, he discovers that it is far more sinister than it appears. The once ordinary rooms and hallways of the hotel have transformed into a frightening and overgrown jungle filled with creepy creatures and strange, otherworldly shadows. Players must solve puzzles and navigate through the terror, battling their own fears and uncovering the hotel's dark secrets. The survival horror elements are enhanced with sci-fi themes, adding layers of mystery to the game world. And that's a wrap for December's PC game lineup. Whether you're gearing up for an epic quest or bracing for spine-tingling chills, there's no shortage of adventures waiting for you. Which game caught your eye? Let me know in the comments, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more gaming goodness. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.